Hello, everybody, and welcome to Church at Home with Rachel for Monday, the 11th of May. I was going to say January for some reason. I'm glad to see you. I am up north, so all of these videos this week will be recorded or being recorded last week. Um, late last week, middle of the week, it was announced that our new Governor General, all things being equal, will be Louise Arbour, who is a former judge, has been involved with the um, International Court of Crimes. I can't remember the exact name of it, but she prosecuted the person responsible in Bosnia and Herzegovina for all kinds of war crimes. So I've read somewhere that she has something like 42 honorary doctorates. I mean, incredible CV resume she has. And one of the things that was on Facebook I noticed was somebody showing a picture of Mary Simon and Louise Arbour beside each other, and then with some very derogatory comments about why would we choose two old women, both of whom were from Quebec, to be our Governor General. What does this say about Canada? And I was hot on the collar, and I had a few minutes of stomping around in my office, and really glad that everybody else had gone home from work because I wasn't exactly behaving bishop-like at the time. And I was looking through some of the comments to people who replied to him, and was pleased to see that Canadians, especially women, were standing up. But then I got thinking about one of the comments that was made in Mark Carney, our Prime Minister's decision making about proposing Louise Arbour. What was he saying? What does it say about our country and what's happening in the world and the place our country might be in the world in the next 5 years? To put someone in who's not a pop star, someone who's not an influencer, someone who doesn't host um, Fox News, things like that, but to put somebody in who has had a legal background, who is world renowned and respected for her wisdom and her level headedness and her ability to ask the hard questions and make the difficult decisions. We will be, our Governor General is not just a joke. It is not just a throwback to the fact that we are really a monarchical society, that we are part of the British Empire. Still, we are part of the Commonwealth. Um, it, the Governor General does have some power. And a couple of times in my recent memory, the Governor General has been asked to do things like prorogue government. And the Governor General has had to deal with some things and potentially will have to deal with some things that when people aren't behaving well. But particularly on the world stage, when Canada is more and more being required to stand up and hold our own and stand beside others who are doing the same thing, we need a head of state who can speak to the world, who literally can speak to the world, who has lived in the world. I believe we are benefiting from that right now with Mark Carney, who not only was the head of the Bank of Canada, was the head of the Bank of England as well, and was able to bring, is able to bring to Canada an understanding of what it means to work not only in the business stage, but on the diplomatic stage of the world, not just the country. I am extremely happy about the decision to choose Louise Arbour as our next Governor General, just as I was extremely happy to know that Mary Simon was our choice 5 years ago as the Governor General. She brought to the world a reminder that Canada is not all white-speaking man. She brought to the world a reminder, she brought to Canadians a reminder that there is a significant portion of our population that often goes unthought of, but they have incredible gifts to share, stories to tell, a history of the land that is now known as Canada that goes back more generations than most of us that look like me have been here. Mary Simon brought to us the North, the reminder that it is important that we acknowledge and celebrate our Indigenous peoples of all sorts, not just those who are sort of south of the 53rd parallel. we have had in Mary Simon a gentle woman who has represented us well, who has spoken with authority and a gentleness, and often spoken in words that many Canadians don't understand. But it's about darn time we learned to at least appreciate, because well, we may be a predominantly speaking English speaking country. We also have, of course, French as our second language, but we have many other dialects that need to be recognized as well. And Mary Simon reminded us of that. And now Louise Arbour was going to remind us all that we need to stand tall. We need to remember who we are as Canadians. And we need to remember that we need to take our politics and our place in the world seriously. Our Prime Minister has not chosen influencers from YouTube or Instagram to be a head of state. Our Prime Minister has not chosen a news anchor from a questionable broadcasting company to be a secretary in his cabinet. Our Prime Minister has chosen someone who has stood in the highest court in the world and fought for the rights of people whose voices were taken from them, whose lives were taken from them. We should be proud to celebrate that our new Governor General will be Louise Arbour. And we should give thanks to Mary Simon for the incredible work she has done as our outgoing Governor General. May the next 5 years, with our new Governor General and with this majority government, be 5 years that help us to move forward in the world, to stand tall and to stand proud, to make smart decisions, to take care of our own people, that we might better be able to help others take care of theirs. We can't be protectionist. We can't be Canada first in the sense that something's happening to the south of us. We need to stand up and say, as Canadians, we care for each other and for others, and together we will do our best to make the world a better place to be. And I truly believe that our new Governor General is the perfect choice to be the head of state as we enter into a world that looks incredibly different than anything anyone would have imagined 3 or 4 years ago. We've kind of got the dream team going on here, folks. It's okay to be proud to be Canadian, but it's also necessary that we pray for our leaders and those they represent, and we support them and encourage them. So for those of you who might disagree and think we've just put in place 2 old women in a row from Quebec, well, you know what? I'm proud that Quebec is part of Canada, and I'm proud that women are being recognized and honored for the true work that they have done, not because they are female, but because they are intelligent human beings with integrity and dignity. And that's exactly who we need as a country to have as a head of state, because we are a country with integrity and dignity. Have a great day and God bless. I'll see you tomorrow for Church at Home with Rachel.